Hi, dearest one. Come hang out. I got Emmy over here. She's gonna hang out with us. Hi. I'm so happy you're here. I feel like if this video found you, you know, because you're feeling it right now in your body, or maybe you're becoming curious to this feeling, but you're gonna feel this resonance and you're gonna be like, ooh, I feel like I need to kick it with Mystic Maya. Like, this is our time to kick it. So come kick it. Come kick it. Kick it. Kick it. Kick it. Ooh, I love looking at like smoke. It's just so freaking gorgeous and cinematic. So for today's message, I want to talk about how two truths can be. Two truths can exist both at the same time. And I wrote some channeled messages for today that I will be reading, but let's just put that down. Okay. But off the bat, I feel like if this video has found you, it's because you're feeling a little stuck in whatever area of your life. Maybe it's a relationship, your career, just life in general, right? There's always so many little nuances to being stuck. I feel like sometimes it's not like we can name just one thing. It's like we just feel stuck on so many categories. And all that really is an opportunity to come back to yourself and call your power and awaken your inner sun. By the way, I thrifted this and I'm like obsessed with it. Maybe this type of bird. What is this? A pelican? No, it's not a pelican. A tuki? Tuki. I don't know. What kind of bird is this? Wow, I'm blanking out, but maybe that's significant for someone. Hibiscus flowers. But when we're feeling stuck, right, it's this opportunity to really hone inward and find our center again. 222, as I said that, to recalibrate our energy, call back our energy, and just allow the discomfort to be comforting. And that's the thing, like, life is full of paradox. It's like, to really find peace, you got to sit with the chaos, sit with the pain, sit with the grief, sit with the just frustrations, and really nurture it like a little baby. And only then can you really alchemize, because there's this both and, right? These two truths happening at once. And I wrote my little notes here, but before we do that, I want us to just ground down, because I'm gonna do a little opening prayer. I have my fun little, I call this the activation. Well, I wrote activation wisdom, but I'm calling it my activation Bible. I need to write that down and change the sticker up, but I have a whole bunch of like just fun little things in here that I love to talk to you about. And I like to use like divination to open this up and be like, yo, what do we got to know today? But I was being called to doing a little protection prayer because of this stuck energy that you are feeling. Let's just ground down and call back your power, protect the space, just realign, okay? So hopefully you're ready for this. It will be just a fun little quick intentional prayer. So if you can, just find a place that you can really receive. If you are driving, keep your eyes open and, just receive the words, the vibration. And if you're in a space where you can close your eyes, I invite you to do that. So just allowing yourself to like slow the fuck down. Slow down, get cozy, move your shoulders if you need to, bring a pillow, bring a blanket. Just allow yourself to receive. Closing your eyes, allowing yourself to be here now. We're going to be doing a protection prayer to welcome in light consciousness. I root myself into the living earth, held, steady, protected. I rise into the infinite light, clear, open, aligned. I call upon the highest frequency of love, the purest intelligence of light consciousness to surround me and the collective now. Only energies of truth, compassion, and divine clarity are welcome into the field. All that is not of the highest good is gently dissolved, transmuted, and released. Our body is a temple for safety. Our mind is clear. Our heart is a steady flame. We call back our power. I am now in my power. Repeat that out loud if you can. I am now in my power. I call back my power. I am now in my power. We are a clear and clean channel. We are a devoted vessel. We do not carry, we do not absorb, we only translate. What flows through in this amazing dialogue is guided, protected, and purposeful. We trust what comes through. Each of us is using our discernment, so you're using your discernment throughout our time here together, and you're releasing what is not yours. I, as the channeler today, I'm releasing what is not mine. I release my ego. I remain anchored in my own sovereign truth for you. May these messages serve with grace, precision, and love for the highest good of all beings. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Just allowing yourself to soak up these beautiful words that we just said out loud or receive. Just really feel into the vibration of setting the space to receive. Taking another deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, maybe rolling your shoulders up to your ear, rolling them back. Deep breath out, rolling the shoulders back down, and maybe just doing that one more time. Really feeling the heart open, your body softening, the jaw softening, just everything softening where you feel friction, just allowing yourself to really become the gift. And when you're ready, bringing your hands to your heart, maybe just like rubbing the chest real quick, giving yourself kind of this like little nurturing chest hug, heart hug. Just like awakening the body, saying hello, hello, hello to the body, tapping. And as you're tapping, just slowly opening yourself up, your eyes to the space, maybe tapping the shoulders a little bit. Just allowing yourself to shake away any of that stuckness, right? Like we're noticing it, we're thankful, but we're just allowing it to just flow away, go away. We love you, but go away. We're ready to be fluid like water, and accept that there's two truths that can be happening both at the same time. So let me read to you the channeled notes. And this download actually came through as I was watching a show, and they were talking about a philosopher. His name is Soren Kierkegaard. He's really known, so you can look him up, but he's kind of the grandfather of this concept at the time, which I think is, man, I'm filming on my iPhone, or I'd look it up, but if I remember correctly, in the 1800s maybe, but don't quote me on that. But he's a legend, okay? And he's like the first one that basically enlightened humanity, saying like, we don't have to choose one thing. Like both truths can exist. So if you're here, my dearest one, maybe there's this reason within you, this reason, this experience, this activation that sparked something within you. And it's funny how sometimes like we can be so inspired, but then the inspiration brings up resistance. And it's like in that resistance, which I like to call a sacred pause. I talked about that yesterday, right? But we start to feel all the emotions that we've been bypassing for years. And it's almost like this stuckness is an opportunity to cleanse away any emotional debris or any lower frequency narratives that don't serve you, so you can do the jump into, ooh, I burp. We know this is a confirmation around here. Okay, we're on the money. But basically you're doing a frequency shift right now. You're letting go of something really big that no longer serves you anymore. You had fun with this part of yourself, you learned a lot, and now it's like, all right, I'm ready for the new. And in that, you're feeling a little stuck. So it's like, this is true and that is true, and you're noticing that's not so true. Like, that's false. And when I say false, I mean out of alignment. But you're just starting to notice all of these truths that are like imprinted in you, right? Your truth might not be the same as your neighbor's truth, your mom's truth, your dad's truth, your friend's truth, but you're starting to realize, like, whoa, this is my truth. I connect with this, but also I connect with that. And it's like, whew, how do I merge everything together? And that's where maybe the friction of stagnant energy is coming through, because you're like, blah, 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 who am I? What am I? Oh my God, this is a lot. So you're not doing anything wrong. That's kind of the biggest thing for you to understand and unpack, so you can like roll your shoulders back a little bit and just take a deep breath real quick. Like, seriously, like, kick it if you can. Just like receive that you're not doing anything wrong, because you feel like this is in alignment for you and that's in alignment, and they're like probably two opposites. Most likely it's like a juxtaposition situation where you're like, oh, I don't know if those two should go together, but you're like, but they feel good together, you know what I mean? If so, drop down below. If you want to give examples, go ahead and do so. So I'm here to tell you that you can be terrified and ready both at the same time. You can be healing and grieving both at the same time. You can literally be in creation mode and grieving both at the same time. You can be happy and sad, right? You can trust the process of the unknown and still wish that you knew what's next. The mind, this beautiful mind, wants certainty. But the soul often speaks through paradox. What if your discomfort isn't confusion? What if it's simply you expanding, right? Because for so long we've been taught that we have to choose a side, right? Sides, left, right, this, that, white, black, being strong or vulnerable, spiritual or atheist, spiritual or just asleep, a human who's asleep, you know, being certain about your career to having like a freelance career, like, you know, just all of that polarity, right? And we've been taught that it's like, it's this or that. But where like Kierkegaard introduces this concept where it's like, there's always a midpoint. And I talk about this a lot, and I love when I get the wisdom of the pioneers who've done it, because it like connects my little channels of like, oh, like it makes sense of where the ideas are coming from, because it's like it's all connected, like all artists steal, you know what I mean? Like it's all been done before, and then we're all here just like appropriating it, you know what I mean? But I talk about this a lot, like there's a midpoint within the arc of polarity, and like this dude is just like confirming what I know within me, and I love that. But he's basically, you know, just saying like, life keeps showing us like these examples within our human revolution where it's like two truths can be, sorry, I'm looking at my notes and my writing is a little funky and I'm like, I keep saying that and I feel kind of like a broken record, but maybe this just needs to be imprinted in your little noggin and your heart today. Two truths can exist both at the same time. Like maybe I have to say it a million times because it's like, let's reprogram that in the brain. Because maybe there's a part of you that feels like pessimistic about it or doesn't really believe that can be true. Like logically, it's just like, no, there's one truth. Like, how can that be? You know? So I think there's definitely reason to the repetition. Reason to the repetition, yeah. Right? So what are those two truths for you? I'm so darn curious. So just like the caterpillar doesn't become the butterfly because it has all the answers, the butterfly has to surrender to the process. It can't like fathom yet. Like the caterpillar doesn't know it's becoming a butterfly. It doesn't know it's in this epic multi-dimensional metamorphosis and that it's about to like fly high and be so gorgeous. Like this butterfly don't know that, right? It's just like you're maybe unaware yet that those two truths that feel contradicting are actually gonna make you like so fucking unique. Like you are unique because of it, but that experience those two experiences coming together is what's gonna set you apart from everyone else, or simply just create a new wave of inspiration for you, right? It's like the both and is this like magical mix, right? I think juxtaposition, when two random things come together, is what makes the mundane magical, okay? So maybe you're not meant to solve the paradox. I keep wanting to do like I don't know. We're cleansing all of the parts of you that is overthinking, because I'm gonna repeat, maybe you're not meant to solve the paradox. Maybe the paradox is meant to guide you. Woo. Maybe you're meant to become spacious enough to hold both options, right? I'm just reading here. Yeah, so maybe you're just meant to hold both options. I feel like I want to pull some angel cards on that. So like we can just ground this message a little bit deeper before we close out the container. But I want you to truly just take what you need and leave behind what you don't. Hopefully this brings you just a little bit of comfort that, you know, get out of your mind and into your body, get out of your mind into life. Like what's coming through is like relish in the unpredictive energy. In my mind, that sounds way better, relish. Maybe you need to go have a hot dog and put some ketchup, mustard, and relish. Awaken that inner child. All right, angels, what do we got to know about this, like, both and energy for the collective with what they're going through? Of course it's a matter of love. Like, what? Love. All right. Can we get more clarity on this bullshit? Sorry, I don't know why that came out, this bullshit, but okay. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. So, let's get the story right. There's a lot of green. Green feels very significant here. Okay, so the first card we got is romance. It's like, I didn't want this to be about love, but what's coming through is like, I think your heart is on someone who's unavailable. And that's bringing up a lot of just growth for you, because this romantic activation that has come forth in your life has highlighted a lot of your shadows. And you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work. It's been hard, but you've taken off the rose-colored glasses and you said, all right, let's go deeper. And you had to close a lot of chapters, a lot of doors, a lot of people, places, things, because the more you go down the rabbit hole of realizing these shadows of yours without judgment, maybe at first there was some shame, but you realize, I gotta sit with it all. I gotta sit with it all and really forgive thyself and forgive others. Because a lot of our programming, I mean, we were taught it by our parents, and you know, they were doing the best they could at the time, and it's also past karmic from past lifetimes and this lifetime, but it's all of it. Like, all of who we are is like this program of what we were exposed to as children. And you're at this point where you're like really weeding out who you don't want to be and who you do want to be. And with that comes a lot of forgiveness, because you have to forgive and cut cords to, you know, these attributes within you that you're just like, that is not who I am on a soul level. Like, thank you for the lessons, but that's not me. And a lot of like your habits have to do with that, right? Your belief system, your capacity for even success, abundance, worthiness, it's all tied to this past version of yourself that you're now snapping the cords, because you know you're worthy of more. You know your soul is destined for more. And this romantic situation, whether it's like another person, I think it is both. I think it's like there was a person that came into your life who was unavailable, and they activated something within you where you had to look yourself so deeply in the eyes and in the heart that it was so uncomfortable, and you literally felt naked like this. But I also feel like it's a romance within yourself. Like, self-love is your ultimate romance, and it's also like connecting the divine masculine within you and the divine feminine within you, and really sitting with those two parts of you on such a holy level of really looking at the light and the dark attributes and forgiving all parts of that, of you. And Archangel Michael is with you now. Archangel Michael is the archangel of courage and protection, and he works with the blue energy, blue light energy. So blue feels very significant. You can work with Archangel Michael by, you know, praying, manifesting with him, asking him to come hang out and help you cut cords. You know, hey, Archangel Michael, like, I need your help. Please cut cords that no longer serve me. Sit with me. Allow me to awaken my inner courage so I can really nourish my shadows and activate my light. You're in this era of deep healing. You really are. And I hope you're proud of yourself. Like, if you can, give yourself a pat on the back right now, because you've been sitting with your shadows. Like, you've been very vulnerable with all parts of you, and nothing is happening in vain. Your pain ain't happening in vain. You know, every tear you shed is going to be dollars in the bank, is what's coming through, like, or just like aligned opportunities. Like every just like, just, you know, what's the word that's coming through? Just like every low vibrational encounter is potent data to the jump of becoming this high vibrational being that you are, you know, spiraling into right now. It's because you said yes to deep healing. You didn't say, no, I'd rather just stay asleep. You said, no, I'm gonna wake the fuck up. I'm gonna choose growth over comfortability. And that takes a lot of fucking courage. Like, you've been walking courage. Like, seriously, your heart is awakening. You are letting go of so much karmic bullshit that was yours and also wasn't yours. Because I'm feeling a lot of just like dysfunctional family energy that needed healing and cord cutting, and you're doing it. You have done it. And what this is doing, all of this healing, is creating space not only for new realigned friendships and opportunities, but to become your best friend on a whole new level. Like, you're becoming a sovereign bestie for yourself. Self-love is the greatest frequency, and that alone will like bring you towards your blessings. And it's all happening. Your blessings are already here. And I feel like the angels are saying, like, start celebrating. Start activating your joy now. Even in the stuck energy that you're feeling, as like, this is true and that is true and this is ending and this is beginning and I'm in the middle and I'm like, I don't know what's gonna be, Celebrate. Drop into safety. Celebrate the unknown. Celebrate it so much that the unknown becomes known because you're just so grateful for it, you know? And it can be a little bit of a mindfuck because we're not taught that, right? We're taught sides, or like believe only in the tangible. And I feel like you're being asked to really believe in the unseen, believe in your frequency, tame that frequency, you know, awaken that frequency. Like, just play in the realms of frequency. Like, your frequency right now is your certainty in the uncertainty. Because all you can control is your energy. So wherever you are on the spectrum, come back to gratitude. Gratitude is what's going to allow you to really see big changes quickly. So whatever your circumstances are right now in this stagnant energy, the way to really move those mountains is through gratitude and celebrating all of the work you've been doing on a soul level. Joy is what catapults us, because it is the energy, the frequency of divinity. Your higher self is God-like essence within you, and your higher self is what's moving through all of the pain and the grief and the confusion, and your higher self is what's allowing two truths to be in existence without judgment. You know what I mean? Like, your higher self is here with you now. So just give yourself that cosmic pat on the back. Ooh. Anything else? Because I'm feeling like the message is winding down. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we'll end with, speaking of higher self, I'm going to end with a fun little offering that I have that's a worldwide offering. So a little fun fact. So you can choose if you want to continue listening to this, or if you're good, like you got the message and you're good. So I'll give you a moment to just decide what you want to do. I'll give you a little sneak peek. If you want to stay to hear more about this, I would love to have you. Now I'll do just some like community upkeep, energetic upkeep, or just how we can just get to know each other more. Okay, so a little background about me. I was a graphic designer for a while. I'm an artist. I am a certified quantum Reiki master and hypnotherapist. So I've got a journey, I got a story to tell, but for today, I'll just say that I created these greeting cards a while back, and it's been such a journey to figure out like how to really use them as the vessel that they are, beyond just like selling them to stores, right? And I had a few of them like I have a whole bunch of them, and they were kind of sitting for a while, and I'm like spirit, like what do I do with these bad boys? Because they're dope. Like literally, having hope is dope. They're so sick. Like there must be a purpose for this. And I feel like this is coming up for a reason too, like as, you know, a mirrored example of maybe you feel stuck too in like career, and like all you got to do is sit and like ask your higher self, like show me the way, because that's kind of that is what I did. And because I'm also a medium and I love channeling through automatic writing, I got this clear download to create a letter from your higher self, an offering where I channel a letter for you in my cool greeting cards. And the whole like mysterious part of it is not only the channeled letter from your higher self, which is like the creme de la creme, but based on what comes through in the channeling, I'll choose a card based on that. So you don't choose the art chooses you. I love this one. It's okay to go slow. Change is now. So it's definitely this mysterious, fun offering to receive in the mail. And I've done a few of these so far, and the reflections are really cool because like the message can meet you now in the present, but it also can be tapping into a future timeline. So you can receive the message that's like preparing you for even a month from now or 3 months from now or even a year from now. And I've had a few people reflect to me like, I read it, it gave me so much clarity, but I found it at the start of my awakening, and I ended up like reading it every 30 days or every, you know, blue moon when I needed that extra pep in my step of what my higher self is trying to tell me. And it like would guide me, and it's like this rad like map that I can come back to. And yeah, so they're really fun, really unique. It's definitely one of those offerings that you treat yourself on a soul level to help you really just remember who you are, because we all need a sacred mirror. Because this letter is not me fixing you or telling you what to do. No, it's me channeling your higher self and literally being a sacred mirror for you. And yeah, so if you're feeling called to that, I want you to receive that and just like sit with it, get curious with it. And if you're like, you know what, I want to try this, link down below in the description to just try it out. Why not, right? And then if you want to be held in more of an intimate setting, to do a one-on-one together where we sit with your limiting beliefs within the subconscious mind and take the time to flip it into a liberating belief, we can do that as well. I have Zoom soul realignment sessions, and I have my own little method. I won't go too deep in the type of method and all that stuff. Like, you can click the links below to read and learn more. But essentially, I love to connect quantum Reiki with somatic practices, meditation, and the angel cards. Or I have so many oracle cards. Like, basically before I hop on the Zoom chat with you, I'll ask like, what deck do we need to use? So you'll also get a little reading. So it's very multidimensional, and the goal of it is to remember your truth. I'm here to just be a sacred mirror, but we sit with, we hold space for the shadows because we have to. I mean, we don't have to, but like, if you really, really want to ascend, you want to ascend on empty. You want to let go of all of the past limiting beliefs and really forgive and hold space for it, and then fly to the next level. So like, I'm here to facilitate that safety for soul remembrance as you alchemize all of the grief. And I mean, I feel like grief never really goes away, right? But it gets lighter, especially when we have tools in our toolbox. And like, what I love about my one-on-one sessions with my clients is that when they leave, they have now tools that they can incorporate in their morning rituals and evening rituals to practice, because it's all an embodiment game, okay? We don't just like do one thing and then it's like magic. No, our higher self is a choice. Being an optimistic vessel is a choice. Choosing love over fear is a choice, and we need to practice it just like anything in life. So when you book a one-on-one session with me, you're getting tools for the mind, body, and soul to take home with you so you can continue the work of alignment, okay? So if that feels like you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what my soul needs, like I said, info down below. And last but not least, I also created a free resource outside of YouTube on Telegram. So this is like really fun. I actually just created this like 3 days ago, but this video is timeless. Another download that I got is create a group for higher self tidbits for people. So like, you know, you're caught up in traffic, you're at work, like you're just feeling the lower vibrations like sneak up on you, and you're just like, oh, I need a ground. You would open up your phone, go to the group chat and see what I posted that day or like in past days, and there'll be just like daily inspiration, also like 2-minute somatic exercises you can do to go from fear to love. Like there's gonna just be a lot of community and exercises and like tidbits and things that you can really use to elevate your frequency whenever you need it, because at the end of the day, we're gonna jump from fear to love like a million times throughout the day. Like seriously, like, you know, it's not always rainbows and butterflies, but what creates those rainbows and butterflies is our choice within the chaos. Like, what are you doing with the chaos? Are you reacting? Or are you observing? Are you holding space for it real quick and then like turning up the dial? Like, you know, it's like, what are you doing with the chaos? Because chaos can be creativity. Chaos can be a portal into deep healing. Chaos can be so many things, right? Like it can take us down or it can take us up. We decide. So this group on Telegram, which is completely free, it's a great space for us to also chit chat outside of YouTube and just connect. And I will be doing, you know, more workshops and events. And this group is gonna be my little baby where I'm gonna give you freebies first. We're gonna just like chit chat. You just get voice notes from me. This is like the place to be, okay? So if that's feeling in alignment, go ahead and join, become a member. I can't wait to have you there. All right, I love you. This is it for now. If you haven't introduced yourself, you better. Let me know where you're from. Where are you from? Remember in the Space Jam movie, there was like the female bunny where she's like had her like ear and she's like, you know what I mean? I remember that Space Jam. What a good movie. Maybe that's significant for someone. Okay. I feel like a happy baby where I'm like, okay, I just talked a lot and blah. I feel like the endings are always weird for me because I don't know how to end them. I just want to hang out with you all day. By the way, I've been writing affirmations on my water, okay? So this is the type of stuff I'm gonna teach you, okay? Love you. Bye.